it's Rebecca and welcome to my channel. I appreciate so much y'all's leniency and knowing that I am doing my intros and my outros in my car. In the last 2 weeks, we have set up a tree in the park called the Trail of Trees, and we have gone to that event and we have done 2 parades. We went to Journey to Bethlehem, which is a 1.5 mile long trail with a live nativity. You start out in Nazareth and you end up in Bethlehem at the manger. And then we have hosted Pictures with Santa during our Christmas open house at Medical Lodge's Air Show. So it's just been, I've been in my car running here and there a lot. So I appreciate y'all's patience with that. And so I have been online looking for Christmas lanterns. I've always been drawn to them. I thought that they were beautiful, and I know that you can DIY them and turn them into something absolutely gorgeous. I also have a very distinct feeling of nostalgia when it comes to Christmas villages. My grandmother had one, and I always loved it when she would put it up. And I don't have the room. I don't have the room for one. I look at them every year in the different stores, and I think that they're absolutely gorgeous, but I just don't have the room for it. So I wanted to create something that would give me the feeling of a Christmas village, that nostalgic feeling, but yet something that I could have room for and enjoy. So come craft with me. I purchased 4 5x7 frames at the Dollar Tree, and once I had the backs taken off and I had everything lifted out, then I just pulled the little tabs out of the frame with my wire cutters. Pulling those tabs out with the wire cutters is the best way I have found to remove them, because the frames are not as substantial as one might like. I ran a bead of hot glue inside the frame and then carefully set my glass back inside of the frame so that when I glued my 4 pieces together, then my glass did not fall apart. And I have no idea where the footage went of me gluing the 4 pieces together, but I just glued them together in a square. I used some black Waverly chalk paint to kind of rusticate and make everything just a little bit less shiny and a little bit less silver. I did not want a truly rustic look, but I did not want a bright silver look either, if that makes any sense. You could do this with elephant, or you could do this with any color of acrylic paint, but I'm kind of working with what I have, and what I had was black Waverly chalk paint. So I took a paper towel and I just kind of dabbed where I got a little bit too happy with the paint, and once I got the paint where I thought it looked good to my eye, I set my little lantern square on top of a scrap piece of foam board, and I took my pen and I marked the inside of my lantern to make a bottom, a base for my lantern. I took a utility knife and I just cut that out. I don't usually like to use a utility knife with foam board because it doesn't make a clean cut, but since this is going on the inside of the lantern, I went ahead and used a utility knife, because even though the edges are not clean and they're not real precise, nobody's going to see this because it's going to be on the inside. I put a bead of hot glue around the 4 edges, and I did that fairly quickly so that nothing would dry, and then I just kind of set that on the inside of the lantern, and then I set that on the top. Once I had that in place, then I pushed that in kind of with my hands, and I did put another bead of hot glue around the outside edge to make sure it was nice and secure. I had picked up these little houses, these little ceramic houses in Indiana when I was on vacation. They were 50 cents. They had originally came from the Bullseye Playground at Target, and I thought they were really cute. I just took a small, fine little paintbrush, and I took some, I don't know what color this is. It's kind of a pale peach color, and I just colored in the windows of the house. I did not get real ambitious with this. I just wanted a very small detail, and you could actually get as detailed as you wanted to be. You could also, if you could not find these houses, right now Bullseye Playground actually has these houses. I believe they're like $3. They're kind of an iridescent color this year. They're very beautiful. You wouldn't have to paint them if you didn't want to. And Dollar Tree also has some very cobblestone cottage, I believe is the line that they have, for $1.25. They're adorable. You could either use them as is, or you could just paint them all white with some chalk paint. Either way, you could just do this to suit your taste, and they would be absolutely adorable. That's the beauty of crafting, is everybody has their own taste, everybody has their own decor style, and you can just be as creative as you want to be. I took a little bit of black paint and went along the door outline and kind of highlighted that. But once again, you could do whatever you wanted to do, and if you could not find these houses or a similar house, there are options out there on the shelves right now that are very budget friendly that you could find to recreate this or design something that's very similar of your own. I chose something very simple, but you could choose a gingerbread theme if you wanted to. If that was your decor style, you could go as elaborate as you wish to go. Whatever, sky's the limit. You could do whatever you wanted to do. I dipped my very, very tiny defined brush into the lid of my red paint, and I just put some dots on each of the door, and I wanted it to look like some red berries. And then I had another small, very tiny brush, and I put that in the lid of my green paint, and I kind of connected my red berries with some little swooshes so that it looked like a green wreath was hanging on each door. I placed these little bottle brush trees that I had picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I had picked up some of these in different sizes. I had picked up a pack of 6 because there were different sizes in that pack, and then I had picked up a taller tree, and I just kind of set them inside my lantern. I kind of wanted to figure out my placement before I hot glued them in. And once I figured out where I wanted my little trees and how many of them I wanted set in, then I put a little dab of hot glue on the base of each one. And then I chose to use this table scatter, this white and silver table scatter, instead of Epsom salts or snow. That was my personal choice because Epsom salts and fake snow is kind of like glitter. If it gets outside of bounds, it's the gift that keeps on giving, and it goes everywhere. And I thought this table scatter, once it was poured inside the lantern, kind of looked like mounds of snow, and it gave it a really good definition. And there's my lantern sitting on the coffee table, and I paired it with some greenery and the beautiful galvanized reindeer from the Dollar Tree and the gold farmhouse candlesticks from the Dollar Tree. And I mixed my silvers and my golds, and I thought that this table lantern turned out very good. It gives me that little nostalgic feeling. It mixes my metallics and it mixes my rustic with my elegant looks, and it really gives a touch of elegance to my tabletop decor for my Christmas look this year. Do y'all have a Christmas village that you set up every year as part of your Christmas tradition and your Christmas decor? If you do, leave me a comment. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Y'all are the bomb. You have been so sweet in your comments, and I love interacting with you. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video. Give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos.